Could you explain the reason of your partnership with La Française Asset Management?
S&P Capital IQ is very proud to partner with La Française. This is something that we've never done before. It is something brand new in Europe. S&P Capital IQ is using all its capabilities to build an advisory service in Europe as well as in the US. We started in the US actually building an advisory service because we had our S&P indices business. Everybody knows about S&P, the S&P 500 index. And the demand in the US was to be advised on the constituents of the S&P 500. And the strategy of S&P Capital IQ is to develop and expand the advisory business in Europe as well. So we are very proud to find and to partner with La Française. La Française is a very smart asset manager, well known in Europe, and jointly S&P Capital IQ expertise in data, models, and credit analysis complement very well the asset management expertise of La Française. As well as you know, La Française is spread out all around Europe and is located in France, one of the largest countries in terms of asset management. So we are very proud to do this partnership. It makes sense in terms of expertise, and it makes La Française one of the largest group in the asset management world in terms of resources with the partnership with S&P Capital IQ.
In details, which model do you use in this partnership?
For fixed income strategies, we use a methodology called risk to price. Risk to price is a concept pretty simple to understand. For each individual security, we assess the relative attractiveness in terms of risks and returns. For each securities, we calculate a score that is derived from a formula in which we use the OAS, a yield indicator, that we divide by a historical bond price volatility, and in the denominator we assess the probability of default, the credit risk. So this concept is pretty simple to understand, but it's sophisticated because the barriers to entry are very high. To implement this kind of methodology, you need data, and data is expensive. S&P Capital IQ spends millions of dollars every year to implement such methodologies. So this is sophisticated, simple but sophisticated, and lastly I would say it's innovative, because our challenge is to do relative value not on a few securities but on a large number of securities. We score at the moment more than 10,000 securities. And then when we've got that, we rank all the securities from the highest scores to the lowest scores, and we divide the universe into 4 even parts. That's what we call the quartiles. And in each quartile, so you've got 25% of the universe, and the first quartile is those of securities that do a good job in compensating investors for the risks they are taking. From an investment perspective, we focus mainly on quartile 1 and quartile 2 securities, those quartiles that do a good job in compensating investors for the risks they are taking, as opposed to the 2 lowest quartiles in which an investor would take too much risk in investing on those bonds.
What's the S&P outlook for 2013?
2013 is going to be a difficult year. Everybody knows that. We have still ongoing economic issues. The recovery, the global recovery, is slowing down all around the world. But on the other hand, we've got an unprecedented support from central banks to the global economy. And I mean, 2013 is going to be a tough year because We are in a slow recovery with an unprecedented support, like I said. But on the other hand, this support with a low interest rate environment would be beneficial to the fixed income market. And 2013 is going to be volatile. We're going to have some stress in the market. Definitely equity is going to be more erratic than corporate bonds. So for that reason, I think it's a good environment for fixed income strategies.